This is a short video of the WETS simulator that I've written in Elm. I wasn't able to show it at the Zoom call the other day, so I wanted to give you an overview of this. First of all, what I'm going to do is show you the configuration for the NAT stuff real quick. So we're going to write on port 8087. We're going to completely give up on any sort of the transport layer security. There's no TLS. And we're just going to start it with this configuration, and you'll see that we can write on port 422 for client connections. That's us talking to it from our WETS simulator, our WETS servers. And we're going to write on port 8087. In another tab, I'm going to start the WETS, my WETS service. Basically, this is Andrew's translation with some slight modifications to the messaging so that it sends, instead of doing sleeps and then sending a signal, it basically sends a message off to the web application and then also responds to things like vessel start or motor complete or, vessels past gate. Okay, so let's get in here and start my simulator. We have this latest version, I have a pull down so I can select a population. Andrew's written, I don't know how many populations, but this basic population is the first one I implemented with one chamber. I'm going to show off the WETS 2 population with 2 chambers, 3 gates, and I'm going to burn a downstream vessel move. What I mean by burn here is that I have no way of telling what state the chambers are in. There's no message I can send to the information model that says where are the chambers, are they high or are they low, that sort of thing. So once I pass a vessel through all the way, and it looks like it did it just fine, but it'll be for sure, we'll be in sync with the model. Okay, so I call this a low-low configuration. Both chambers in this 3-gate system, this WETS 2 population, they're both low. It's low-low. So when you go downstream, they end up low-low. When you go upstream, they end up high-high. Let's do another downstream, and we'll show this is what I would call a good run in the sense that very minimal amount of the most minimal amount of valve moves, right? Now, the problem I've found, and I'll characterize it real simply here, when both chambers are low in this configuration, the upstream vessel, the path that it takes, and the way it moves water is incorrect. Let me show you that. It first fills, this is right here, this is a good configuration for moving it up, but it first fills the bottom chamber, then refills the upper chamber, and then moves back to where it was before. It's basically moved a body of water. And now it will pass through correctly, leaving the chambers in what I would call a high state. Upper chamber is high, lower chamber is high. And if I were to start another upstream vessel, it would act perfectly. They're both in the state that they're at the low, I guess the high is a state that this particular state model seems to like, right? It moves it correctly without wasting any water. So when we're in a high state, the downstream vessel will now fail. Okay, I don't want to say fail. The vessel is going to make it to the bottom. It just moves too much water. It should stop here, start moving the vessel. But instead, it opens that middle gate, equalizes the chamber, drains the lower chamber, and now fills it to the point where it was before moving that water. So this happens both downstream at high and upstream at low. Okay, I hope I don't get confused when I see this, but so that was actually a bad sequence in the sense that it moved too much water. They're both low, and the downstream now will work just fine. When they start at low, another downstream works just fine. I'll follow that with an upstream, and that'll be the end of the video. The good news is no vessel sunk. Everybody made it to their final destination. Life is good. The good ship Virus Voluptaria 6. And we're out. Thanks for watching. Bye.